Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks again for tuning in on this January 15th. And as I hope all of you know, today is Martin Luther King's birthday. We will be celebrating that birthday on King Holiday this Monday coming up on the 19th. And we want you to know that it's a day on, not just a day off. I am here with Hands On Atlanta representative, Miss Vanetta West. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Why does Hands On Atlanta do a day on and not a day off? Tell us a little background.
Sure. This is the 11th annual Hands On Atlanta Martin Luther King Jr. Service Summit. And what we hope to do with the summit is connect Dr. King's teachings with the day that we observe his birthday, which is actually today, but Monday we'll observe his birthday. So we've set up and planned for 3 days of events on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to commemorate and celebrate all that he taught and his actions and the prolific things that he left behind.
Absolutely. And it's huge. You're not doing one or two little projects here. You guys are kind of spread all over the city. Tell us a little bit about some of the projects.
On Monday, we'll have projects at Grant Park, a few projects in the King District, right, which is major to have some projects there. We have projects at school sites all over Metro Atlanta, and a lot of different things happening from workshops to beautification to restoration and
wow,
Peace March at a few school sites. So there are a lot of different things to celebrate.
All right. Well, before we get too far into it, go ahead and give them the website in case they want to get some information, because there's still time. You can still be involved.
There's time, especially for Monday, to register for projects. We still have some 500 volunteer slots available for Monday. And the website is handsonatlanta.org.
Okay.
So you can go there and sign up, or they can call our office.
Okay, you want to give a number?
Sure, that number is 404-979-2800.
Okay, good. So there's still time for you to take the time and, pick up the phone and volunteer for any of this weekend, but especially on Monday. Again, we want you to realize that, the King Holiday is not just for you to, sleep in. It's an opportunity for you to do something good. Tell us a little bit about the age ranges, because I think that's what I was most impressed with the year that I went. There were a lot of elementary school kids who, I'm sure were gladly thinking, phew, it's just a day out of school, but there was a grand range of ages that volunteered. Tell us a little bit about your volunteers.
Of course, any special event that we have at Hands On Atlanta, there are projects that are geared towards young people, and they have to fill out youth permission forms. The parents do,
okay,
or guardians, and sign off on those. But especially with the peace marches and the different workshops and the murals and the beautification, there will be things that young people can pitch in and assist with doing. Nothing too dangerous like with drills or anything like that, but the things that they can really sit in on to glean Dr. King's teachings. I think those things are important. And even on Saturday, there's a poetry slam. That's one of the workshops planned for the day. And there's also a freedom rally, which will be somewhat of a mock rally of what used to happen during the Civil Rights Movement. Wow. That's at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So there are a lot of things that youth can participate in. And really, Dallas Austin is one of the keynote speakers. He's a record producer, and he'll be talking a lot about youth and the hip-hop movement and how that applies to service and Dr. King's teaching. So there are a lot of opportunities for young people over the weekend and on Monday.
It's just a great opportunity for them to kind of grasp what was really going on in this. They've read it in the textbooks, and they know who Martin Luther King is, but to, perhaps maybe take part in a rally like the type that he did in the 60s is just incredible. This is fantastic. Okay, so tell me a little bit about, because I've been to some of the summits. Tell us a little bit about some of your speakers, because again, you have great people.
Sure.
You just leave feeling totally charged.
Sure.
Tell us some.
We have 2 keynote addresses on Saturday.
Okay.
There's one where Miss Angela Robinson, who's a reporter, hosts a show called In Contact. She'll be interviewing Mrs. Coretta Scott King, and then the second keynote address is at 12:30 on Saturday in the new Ebenezer Sanctuary, and that's Reverend Bernice King, Dr. King's youngest daughter, and Dallas Austin, and they'll be doing a joint keynote address. The one with Mrs. King is at 11 a.m. Saturday, and it's in the old Ebenezer Sanctuary. But on top of that, on Saturday, there are just a whole lot of other things. The Poetry Slam, Hosea Williams' daughter, Elizabeth Omalami, will be presenting with her son, Awudale Omalami. So there are a lot of things happening on Saturday. And on Sunday, there are some films that we're showing.
Perfect.
Sunday afternoon.
Well, I'm so excited. The weekend is
Me
here.
too.
It's time. That's right. It's
I'm
time to
going.
get everybody up and get geared up and get all your friends and take them to volunteer with you. You don't have to go by yourself. Take the kids too. It's a whole family affair. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Focus Atlanta. And again, this is the anniversary of the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So do something nice today for King.